Well, today's video is going to be interesting to about 6 of you probably, but I wanted to show our church what happens behind the scenes at church in any typical week. That's why I'm dressed in paint clothes today. We were painting part of the church back here, and you might think, what do our interns do all week? What could possibly keep them busy? Do we really have all that much to do? And I wanted to share a list with you that we shared with our church just last week. And here's the Wednesday night handout at our church where I just gave a whole list of the things that our interns have been doing. They read a bunch of books, they repaired a floor drain on the church, replaced a thermostat, repaired the chain link fence, went on some visits with me, did a bunch of yard sale pickups. They've both preached several times already, been on visits with guests and church members, hanging parking lot banners, fixing the church van, and all of that kind of stuff. I want to go into even more detail. That's why I said it's probably not super interesting to everybody, but for those that are interested, here's something that I think can be helpful for us. And there's so much more that our church staff does that would be more spiritual in nature, more than just projects. But we do store up a lot of our projects for the summer interns. And when they arrive, especially this summer, man, when they've been getting after it, they've been clicking through our projects. And we use a list that, a system that's called Trello. And I'm going to go through that in a little bit. So if you're new here, my name is Pastor Ryan Wrench, pastor of Calvary Baptist Church in Temecula. And yesterday and today we were doing some painting. And so our buildings are about 20 years old here, at least this area that we were painting in this back. And so this is on the way back to our missions apartment. We want to make sure that that missions apartment is looking really, really good. Otherwise our church members may not even know that the missions apartment is back there, but we wanted to repaint that whole area. So when they're walking back there, that looks really, really nice. And so that was just one example of one of the projects that we've been working on and that we do on any typical week. So I want to share our Trello board. This is the list that I started to show on the Wednesday night handout. Trello is just an online software. It has these left and right scrolls. These lists are the things that they have done. There's different categories of these lists, but here's the list of done things 2025 intern done. And we only use this Trello when the summer staff is here. I like having a place that I can just throw projects on and then know that they will get to them. So here's some of the things that they've done. Replace the flickering light, fix pastor's flickering light. There's all kinds of light issues they were dealing with on week number 1 and 2. This back of the church project was the one that they worked on this past couple weeks. And so here's the checklist that they were following, parts that they were ordering from Lowe's, and all the prep work was going into this. So this was the last couple days. The gutters out front were replaced. The brick that was broken for a couple of years and replaced even with a broken brick was fixed. Removed gum on the sidewalks, changed lights in the office, hallway, more lights, cleaning the buildings, repairing the baptistry room, changing curtain, more lights, tighten the sanctuary double door hinges, tighten the screws on the Teens of Faith room, change the light in the Teens of Faith room, more fixing of pastors' can lights, organizing the maintenance shed, replacing thermostats, building a ramp for our golf cart, fixing the exit signs and the cages around those emergency exit lights, painting these black railings, fixing the hole that a homeless person cut in our chain link fence, repainting the handicap stripes, removing this dirt pile that the moles had dug up underneath there, fix paint by the stairwell light, had to do some repairs after changing some of the lights in that area, changing the vents, cleaning the church steeple. That was one that they just found the problem and took the lead on that. Appreciated that very much last week. And fixed the railing on the platform. There's a safety rail that had come loose over the last couple of years, and they fixed that. Some of our carpet tiles were coming up, and they fixed those, clearing the rain gutters from leaves and pine needles, and fixed all of that. Cleaning the red paint off of the curb from the sidewalk from when the surveyors came out and messed up our sidewalks. Sweeping the front porch, changing the downstairs hall lights. I'm telling you, we had a whole bunch of lights burned out, apparently. Washing the outside windows. There's another light list. Maybe some of these were duplicates, but at least they're all captured and fixed now. Fixing the pool table, fixing the stairs, removing the pile of dirt that was out in the parking lot for who knows how long. It's out of sight and out of mind. So it probably sat there for quite a long time after some repairs on our irrigation. Hanging the parking lot banners. Those are some beautiful new banners out in our parking lots now. Love that. LED lights through the church, just slowly updating, not the ones that are burned out, but actually making sure everything's up to LED. Fixing this little patch of dead grass that's been there for a couple of years. And so that's at least the ones that they've been tracking and making sure that they have written down, not counting all the things that weren't necessarily written down, but just taking care of all the little issues. This Trello board has the unlock and lockup procedure and other projects that we have. If it's a volunteer that comes in, there's some things that we'll add on there that they could get to. There's big projects, there's little projects. We still need some more painting projects that they're working through. There's still some touch up. There's still these issues with the backdrop between the paper towel holders, and there's still some pressure washing that needs to be done, and some fixing of the fountains, and maybe projects like building stairs and painting the staff house porch and putting dimmable can lights. So as expansive as the 20,000 square feet of property are around here, there's always something to do. If it's not indoors, then it's outdoors with the 5 acres. Appreciate the regular work that Dr. Welsh does on our grounds. He's taking care of the mowing and the bush trimming and all of that every single week. But outside the scope of the hours and hours that he puts in every week, there's even more projects that come up, or at least that pile up, that we say we'll get to it some other time. So just a short video today, just a short little update on answering that question. What do the interns do all week while we're here at church? What are some of the projects that they've been working on? What does the church staff do all week besides just watch YouTube videos? Well, this is part of it, and these are part of the projects that are going on. We always have room for more help. If you're interested in helping out, then as you can see, there's no shortage of projects. That's for sure. Well, God bless you, and we'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next one.